appreciate you. And for those of you who watch afterwards, I appreciate you as well. To get you up to speed, we are currently looking for the ingredients to find a cure to the epidemic. Okay? So right now, oh yeah, that's right, I was in the morgue getting my ass kicked. Fuck, I forgot. I was supposed to beat this area first. Then post a video after I've beaten it. But I guess I'm already playing live, so let's see if we can get this done.
This is no place for a gentleman.
Oh. There's a guy right here as well. Got you. Beat his ass real quick. Some more. Bite him and feed him. Okay. Go upstairs really quick. There's another freaking priest up there. I might find it upstairs actually. I might not actually have to go into the basement. Okay. Got 30 seconds before I can lock up that priest with my ultimate. Walking bomb. Some blood. There we go. And one more. And finish him. Okay. So we've got that done. Okay. So it's 15, 9, 6.
There it is. Insulin.
Insulin. Look at that.
Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Good. Glad I decided to not go back into the basement. Okay, so let's see. I can remove that. Okay. Dr. Swansea. So it looks like I've got two pieces. I've got William's blood, I've got the insulin. I have to go here and I have to get King Arthur's blood from Jeffrey McCullum. Okay, let's get out of here. No need to go to the third floor. Just get out of here before somebody realizes that I'm here, and then I gotta fight more people. And we'll talk to Dr. Swansea really quick. Okay. Okay, so let's go talk to Dr. Swansea real quick. See what he has to say. See if he feels any different with his newfound vampire powers. The upstairs still open? Is it still upstairs? That's weird. Let's use the elevator to get back upstairs and see what's happening. Okay, well, I don't see him up here. Oh, nice. The trunk?
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any signs of him here. That's weird. So he's somewhere in the hospital where he's normally not. Okay. Let's try this again. Tom. Cash. Thelma. Where the hell is Swansea?
It's locked.
That's where I still haven't been able to get into that room yet. Where are you, Dr. Swansea? Says I'm supposed to talk to you. Might rob the hospital for supplies. Okay, that's the nurse. Doctors. Patients. Okay, vendors. tidbits. Actually lead me to him? Or lead me just to send him to the hospital?
Giant
Yeah,
wall
it's
disguised as a hospital. That's
I wish it could be like this.
My blood boil with the fever.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and remove that. Not sure why I can't speak to the good doctor, but okay. So, come out of here into the lights. I'm not exactly sure what happened with SaRgE. Where he's hanging out at. Down. A mini map would have been very useful instead of just this navigation bar. Oh, nice. Still under serious. I mean, I've healed a lot of people. They're all healthy. Yeah. Okay, let's dead head straight down across the bridge. And then I gotta get into the graveyard. Okay, let's go.
It's a leech! Get it! A leech! A leech! Very boy!
That's all you want. And loading, of course. As usual. Shit. Oh, can't get into the graveyard yet. Kill these three. Took him down. Okay, that's 2 down. Let's heal myself. Heal myself. There we go, okay. Let's wait for him to shoot and he's gotta reload. Okay, go. Probably hanging out in my sister's grave. Oh shit.
Better go home.
These guys are in here too? Fuck.
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
Oof. There's guys down there.
It ain't you! It's on him! It's on him! Fuck! He's dead! That's gonna hurt!
Ah, fucking garlic bombs, man. Bullshit ass. Garlic kill fucking vampires. Makes no sense. I don't understand the logic behind that. Yeah, I need to look up the history. Like, what about garlic? You know, is just bad to vampires? Like, where does that idea come from? Respawning me at. Okay, we're at the gate to the cemetery. Okay, I'm in. So I gotta again avoid being seen. Without a doubt, I'm gonna get into that one fight. Yeah, I forgot I was down here before. There's nothing here. Okay. Let's walk around like before. Like it's just him.
It ain't you, man! Burn it, boys!
His friends are up too.
Pay for this! Die!
No, get out of there! Get out of there! Nope. Oh, that garlic bomb is such bullshit. How much damage it freaking does. Absolutely frustrating. You know what? While we're loading, I'm gonna look that up. Why does garlic? So one's health, one's blood. Perfect. Got my weapons. Okay, so let's go. What's the sewer? I'm trying to remember where's the fastest way into sewer. Is there 2 ways into sewer? Damn. If I go through the west end, I can run until I hit the west end. Versus the docks. Yeah, there's a lot of shit happening in the docks and the western docks. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the west end. So down, path, and then up. Okay. Oh wait, there you go. You two are up to something. You two up to. I have to get to over there. Here, we go. What are you two up to?
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you. Like the whole world lies to us.
The homeboy's suicidal. I was wondering what was going on between them. Okay. So I am here. So we gotta go down. Now the less things is you get to up top. Okay. Actually, where is the docks? Yeah, he's got a spot in his. Yeah, I can get there from the docks. That's right. Oh, which is still in front of me anyways. Okay, so I just gotta run past all these pricks.
Stupid beast!
Past all these pricks.
Die, beast!
Yeah, kiss my ass. I'll die another day. What the hell is that? What? That's all new. God damn. Ooh, good hand of part 3. Ill-formed beast, look at that. Okay. Okay, can't cut across the water. But I can't use use my thing, so it should be pretty simple around here.
I hope the
That's good.
rumors about Clay are true.
Down here.
You always ask me for advice.
Come and have a gander. I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not... Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Trust the leech, boys!
Okay. I was really hoping to find fucking the priest, but I can't set the map to like waypoint where he's at. I don't remember exactly where he was at. Oh, my gameplay. Okay, it says I'm still on air. I'm not sure why I went black screen. It says that you guys can still hear my voice.
It's locked, all right.
Still didn't open that. Say, I mean, as much as I have enjoyed this game, I am at the point where I do kind of want it to just be over. I do want to finish this. Okay, nope, so I've been here before. Open that. Because after I killed the douchebag down here. We teleport up there? That's fine. Seems off.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style. Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Yep, she left a mighty bloody trail. Direction.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have to discuss.
Desist, child. Feast upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood? Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
Oh, that's interesting.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Okay.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Okay.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
Morrigan. Typical
The Morrigan?
vampire name.
The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
Okay.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Wow.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge. My champion, bittersweet.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke. For you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Final hope. That's huge.
You tricked me! My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Okay, I am to be brave. Kinda really wish McCallum and the Lady Red and, you know, a few people were here to help me.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Oh, like your help, Doris. Liars! All of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? Poor baby! Where is she now?
Stop you right there. I'm gonna beat that ass with a big old stick. Whoa. Whoa, that hurt. Oh, shit. Okay, so that was a two-shot. She uppercut me and then slapped me. Fuck. I have been defeated. Okay, let's try this again.
My poor baby! Where is she now? I was a good man.
Oh, that hurt. Could have been that simple.
Is this a dream? Is this anger I feel? Is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how relentlessly, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Can't stun her. Yeah.
Eat, for this is my body.
Shit. Can't take him out. Just gotta keep moving. Oh, that hurt.
Feed your mother, child.
Yeah.
Or they are so young, so tasty.
Fuck, I'm doing like no damage. I need to be so much stronger. I don't even think being stronger would really help.
Feed me, give me their lives.
Not doing anything. Better hit me. That's way too much. No, no, stay away.
Eat, for this is my body.
No, you fucking little red box. Just stay away. No fucking bullets.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Oh, she got me. That's right, the sword. I put blood absorption on this thing. Oh shit, she has sights now. Get down. Nullified. Don't nullify shit. No! Oh, she got me. Put me down. Put me down.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Stay away. Oh, that hurt.
Eat, for this is my body.
Very long boss battle. Oh, come on. Doing that. Stay away.
Such innocence, such guilt.
Stay away. Nope. It's too long of a fight for me to fucking let you can combo me up. See those stupid hand motions.
Eat, for this is my body.
Oh, she got me. No, 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 no. Stay away. Got her. Whew.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Really? That was it? I feel like I got Far Cry all over again. That was the most
So it's
anti-climactic.
over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridges? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is SaRgE territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other SaRgEs.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Look at that. Old Bridget's got a thing for me, too. Okay.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient, malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now, my craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Oh, the Scottish mansion that she was speaking about. She did invite me up there. Of course he's driving a red car.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
What? Why is he here?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster has been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Kinda scary.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
In their leader, you now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
He's gonna
What
relieve
will
him
become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawn of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else?
Shakespeare, Isaac.
Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you should meet one night.
One of them? What? Damn it. Why do you name so many people?
So that is all we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you.
Why did it still say? Okay, I was gonna say it said stop Harry Jones.
I cannot enter. The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Can't sneak in that way. Teleport up top. Mary Englewood, born of Whitaker. Robin.
It's locked, all right. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere. It's locked. This castle is falling apart. Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside.
Portrait of Dr. Jonathan Reed. Look at
Elizabeth,
that.
my love. You allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered. That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Yeah, I mean, the fire's still going. Locate the secret passage.
This painting looks suspicious.
Which painting? Suspicious painting then. Is the one up there? This one. Huh, King Arthur fighting. That's exactly what that is. That's King Arthur fighting the Queen. I guess that's when he failed.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Sword and a moon. Sword What? Van Gogh painted that? That's fucking dope.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
Huh. There we go.
One last switch, and...
Where's that last switch at? Switch here. It moves to there being one more. There's a switch there. Oh,
Voila.
there we go. Ancient tome. Okay. The devil infected her. God forgive her. Or, well, I mean, I'm not sure if it's her. Nope, there it goes. Elizabeth came to me. Okay, was this from her father? Okay. Look at that, I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the tier of angels. Blood from the purest heart for the fortitude. Blood from a king for courage. Garlic essence for the painful cleansing. That's pretty much the same recipe I had. Blood from William Marshall, blood from King Arthur, and then I use insulin instead of garlic. Okay. Ah, it's from her father. Yeah, I guess her father tried finding the cure.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Wow, Robin's still alive.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. No. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth.
Yep, William Marshall.
Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Okay.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father, ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Oh, so she's killed a few people.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the...
All obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, The malice never fully leaves his eyes.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate, but my father's antidote cured me.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Yeah, you're trying to fucking bite me, you faggot.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
A bakery in Pudding Lane?
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
Wow. Burned the whole building down to take her
I
out.
found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Do you remember Murden, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Murden, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it would be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Killing him.
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time?
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Bam, she's gonna end him.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, lopped his head off. It's pretty
And to
swift.
you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it.
Oh, she's gonna
The
burn
flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Murden, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
Bam, bump, chicka, wow, wow.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to start centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I can do this. Please, stay with
So
me.
in the end, this was all just one giant fucking vampire love story.
This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
As far as that fire hasn't spread yet, there's a lot of books there on wood. It should have gotten bigger a lot faster.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path ye must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
And that game is over. I mean, I put, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 hours into it. I mean, I can see why I got an 8. I would agree with that. It's definitely a solid 8. I would give it a solid 8. I mean, there were some buggy things, the game freezing here and there, long load times, for sure. Definitely not a lot of weapons. I wish there were some more weapons. The final battle was anticlimactic, though. That was meh. Did not enjoy that at all. Okay, so what's it give me now? Thought I beat it. It's like new game plus ability or something. Loading. Did it delete my game because I beat it? So it's still loading. I can't select anything. Let's try that again. Options. Or continue healthy carrier. Okay. So if I hit continue, where does it put me? That's it. That's unknown area. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Yeah, I would start the whole sequence.
You have nothing to be afraid.
Yeah.
Now that I step...
We still have a few...
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I have...
No. But it... Yes, no,
so
because
I would
go...
Yeah. Skip.
Yes,
So
I did.
What? Do you... But...
Okay, so I'll just let the credits run through. Let me just skip past this all again.
Has the time come?
Yep, she offs him, offered this.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed.
How could I trust you, Jonathan?
And that movie sequence.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song.
Okay.
Child
So I'll let the
born
credits
from
play out. I
darkness,
want to
whose
thank you all
path
for
he must
watching.
find.
We play
Now the song
Vampyr.
is sung,
Like I
and
said,
your path
solid
chosen.
8.
England is
but
safe.
I don't believe
You
it
have
has any
prevailed.
replayability. It doesn't
I bid you
show
farewell, my
that there's any
champion,
new game
to
plus.
You found
So you have to
yourself
start
a
a new
newer
save file, and I
quest.
guess
And
creating a
so
new
I
save
leave you
file
to
would
it.
ultimately
My queen sleeps once again,
probably give you the
and I'll
opportunity to
soon join
save
her
everyone.
slumber, until
I'm
at
actually
last
gonna
she
check right
rises,
now
woken
if
by
there's
the
multiple
hunger
endings.
never fed.
Okay, Vampyr all endings. So let's see. Apparently there are multiple endings. So as the credits play, let's see. So there are 4 endings in Vampyr. 2 are good with slight differences, which really don't affect your experience, while 2 are obviously bad. And in order to get the specific ending, it seems like you have to make several specific choices during the story. Since playing through all 4 yourself would be too time consuming, you decide to write about them. Okay, cool. Thank you for writing about them. So, 2 goods. Okay. The good endings both see Elizabeth kill Sir William, then agree to Jonathan's offer to find a cure. In one version, they go off to America, while in the other, they stay locked in the castle. We're not certain exactly what you need to do to get to each of them, but you'll definitely have to clear all the hostile areas in the city and avoid embracing any citizens. It seems like you need to spare the blackmailing nurse as well, which I did. The bad endings occur when you become a monster, killing people, embracing cities, and having hostile neighborhoods across London. In both of the bad endings, Elizabeth will kill Sir William, and then step into the fire, thus committing suicide. She won't be able to trust Jonathan, and will rather take her own life than let herself become a beast once more. The difference between the bad endings is that in one, Jonathan goes on a killing spree, massacring civilians across his country, while in the other, he broods alone on a hill. Okay, so those are the multiple endings. So I got the good ending, but not the one where they run away to America. In my ending, they stayed in London. So again, I'm going to let the credits play, see if there's anything that happens there while that goes on. I'm going to take a whiz of my nizzles.